So, the Jackets advanced to 6-0 this week. I could not be happier about this. It's just different nowadays with the Jackets. Like, we are not the Jackets of old, man. Come out and dominate a team like that. And was it perfect? No. But the fact is, Virginia Tech came in to town, a very, very bad team. I mean, they fired their coach, but this was a dangerous spot. Like, they fired their coach and went, 2-0 after firing him. And look, we got him at the right spot, because it's been a few weeks since they fired him. You don't want to get the interim right after they win, because whatever. Like, UCLA was going. UCLA's 2-0 since firing their coach. Freaking. I mean, there's just tons. There's like tons of interim teams that are scaring everybody and getting upsets. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's the big. The upsets lately have been crazy. And do I still think we're going to go undefeated? No, but it's still a major accomplishment, because we're starting to do things that we've never done, right? To come out and dominate the opponent. The game was, I don't want to say never in question. We jumped out to a 3-score lead. Virginia Tech came back, kind of got it down to a 1-score lead, and then but that was as close as it ever got, besides at the beginning of the game. So the fact that we were able to hang in there. Same thing happened with Temple. I mean, Temple, they kind of came back and made it a 1-score game. Then we pulled away again. So I wish the Jackets wouldn't do that. But still, we dominated an opponent that we should. We came out hot. We weren't sleepy. We were, just played great. Offense looked amazing today. I love it. 35 points or whatever it was. We went for 2 for no apparent reason, but that, came in clutch when we had, 2 field goals, and then it was 7 points. So it was, 21-7 at one point. We just did what we should, and we handled business. Now, defense, not the best. Like, they played pretty good at the, beginning of the game. But, toward second quarter wasn't the best. The defense kind of didn't, it wasn't like the best performance from them, but, we have an average defense, so it's not like I'm expecting a shutout or anything like that. Chiron drones, the most success they had was, running the ball on us, and then Chiron drones, with the option plays. He's still a mobile, good, quarterback that can run around and stuff. So that's, that was their main source of yardage from us. They kind of ran all over us. But, hey, Jackets handled freaking business. Like, at the end of the day, we won and dang covered, which the spread was 14.5, which is like a crazy number. How do you freaking bet a spread like that? And I was like, man, if you put a gun to my head, I'm not taking us to cover. Well, dude, how does Vegas do it? I don't know, because we won by 15. How in the hell did they freaking come up with that 14.5 number and we win by 15? It's insane. And I would have taken, if I had bet on this game, I would have taken Virginia Tech to cover. But I don't know, dude. It was pretty crazy. So, Haynes King offense had a great day. Can't really complain at all about the offense. I don't have anything to say. Tight ends played great. We got some players in there that hadn't got seen playing time yet. I think Trelane Maddox, and then on the defensive side of the ball, Hoffler got in there for the first time that I remember seeing him this year. So I'm happy with the performance. Defense, it could have been better, but we're not going to get a freaking shutout. We're just not that good on defense, I don't think, this year. Still pretty good, though. And we advanced to 6-0, which is a lot more than a lot of other teams can say. Like, we're one of the few undefeated teams left in the country now. We have a terrible schedule, it's true. We have almost no good wins. But I don't care, dude. Jackets, I mean, we're doing what we should and win games that we're winning games that we should. And it's like, it's crazy. But look, Duke next week, best team we played so far. We're underdogs to them. And we got to go to Duke. So that's going to be an extremely tough test. Not to mention that they had a bye week. Now, we had a bye week this past week, got healthy. Jamal Haynes, he was bad in the Wake Forest game, but he had a great game today. So Jamal Haynes back and everything, and that was another concern I had. Like, we don't freaking play good out of the bye week. We haven't under key. Well, we did today, and I know it's kind of like not a big deal for some other teams. Like, oh, big whoop, you blew out a bad Virginia Tech team, but we don't do this. We don't freaking usually handle business. It's usually a struggle bus over teams that we should beat. Brent Key, remember, he's like 7-8-1 or something against ranked ACC teams, and he's like a couple weeks ago he was 8-8 against non-ranked opponents. Now he's 10-8. So we're improving that. You absolutely love to see it. This was a game I was extremely nervous about just because of the interim thing. Like, it's never freaking. It's always scary, and there's been a ton of teams getting upset lately. Not my Jackets, though. So we advanced to 6-0. We are bowl eligible already, dude. Bowl eligible. Ha! How about that, right? We're halfway through the season, and I just can't express how freaking awesome it is to have my Jackets 6-0. Say what you want about the schedule. We've had some knockdown dragouts, and yeah, I think that we got a good performance out of some of the teams that we played, and broke them a little bit, like Clemson, for example. So we'll see how this Duke game goes up against. It's the biggest game of the year so far, and it's huge, and we're underdogs, which you know what that means. So we'll see how that goes. They're an actual good team. You won't be able to take that away from us retroactively if we do win that game next week. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm stoked on the Jackets. This is a fun time to be a Yellow Jacket fan, and the attendance was really good. And I'm not, a lot of people have been getting on to me for not going to the games, but look, man, fact is I got a 9 months pregnant wife. She could pop at any minute. So I can't go to every game. Even if I could, I like to stream the games. I had guests over this weekend, and I just can't go to every game. I'm sorry. I might go to Duke, though. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Would that be irresponsible for me to go to the Duke game with a 9 months pregnant wife? I don't know. But my brother got tickets, and he invited me, and I'm like, geez, I don't know if I should do that. So we'll see. But anyway, I think that's all I got to say. I'm stoked on the Jackets. Hell yeah. Beat the freaking Chokies. Got revenge for last year when they beat us without Haynes King. Look, that's what happens when we got our starting quarterback, baby. So they're a terrible team, but we handle business. So anyway, go Jackets, and I will see y'all next time.